And hello, everybody. Welcome back to Menorah Books. I'm your host, Daniel Hull from newcitadel.com. Yeah, I was going somewhere with that, and then I lost it again. Down in the description below, please follow on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to this channel, and make sure to share these videos with your friends. Hunt them down, beat them over the head with large clubs. Eat them if necessary, but then regurgitate them so that they might live again. That's a little extreme. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is let people know about these books, whatever it takes to get their attention without doing some of the things that I mentioned, because it just went into an area of weird I was not prepared for. Anyway, moving on to chapter number 6 of The Border of Beyond. Paul just got signed up. Well, no, he hasn't gotten signed up yet, but his dad said he could sign up to maybe go to the Citadel. So, without any further ado, here we go, Border of Beyond, chapter 6. A month and a half later. It was never an easy process, looking over the list of young people who wanted to come and slowly eliminating names. But it was part of the job for Captain Geronor Lightsmith, head of the 13th Outer Citadel and a well-respected leader in Border Town. It was midsummer. Geronor would complete the list and send it back to the Great Citadel in Menorah for final approval so that eager students could pack their things and come to the border of Farnor. He had little information to go on, mostly just names, the fellowship in which they lived, and a bit of biographical information about each potential student. He had prayed tirelessly for wisdom, but he found himself a bit overwhelmed by the task. Daranac Hornwielder, Captain Geronor, read the name aloud as he went through the list of candidates. I didn't use a different voice at all, I'm sorry about that, but that was Captain Geronor speaking. 12 years old is very young, but I suppose I need to let a few come to balance things out. Fellowship of Grace comes from a good, strong family, average grades, but chosen plenty of overachievers. Slowly, maybe even a little reluctantly, Geronor marked the name to allow Daranac to come to Border Town. It was a difficult and tedious process. He moved to the next name he saw. Paul Hammersmith, he mused. Fellowship of Courage, good heritage, but oh goodness. The captain's eyes paused as he read what was in front of him. Another student wanting to come and study engineering while they're here. We have plenty of those already. Most of the applicants had expressed a desire to focus on engineering while they were training in the Citadel. Geronor didn't mind, but he felt it was beginning to get a little excessive. He was just about to mark Paul's name off the list when the oddest thing happened. Hoy there! That was a weird accent. The door to the captain's office burst open, and a large, burly man entered the room. He was oddly dressed, wearing tattered brown garments covering a thick coat of chain mail. On his head was an especially odd helmet. It was brown, as was his clothing and large, bushy beard. And for the top of this helmet extended 2 magnificent horns. A mighty battle axe was strung across the warrior's back. Geronor had rarely seen anything quite like him, but he immediately recognized him to be no man at all. He was a Duke of Menorah. Dukes were special protectors of Menorah, sent of the Lord, who took the form of men. They were, however, far beyond men in strength and wisdom. One might more commonly think of them as angels. Paul Hammersmith, the burly man bellowed. He must come. Geronor looked at the brown-clad warrior blankly. Excuse me? He questioned. I'm confused, the Duke finished. And rightly so. Pardon my rudeness, sir. I haven't even introduced myself. I am JAGATH, Duke of Menorah, and a friend to you, good Sir Geronor. But, we haven't even met. Must we be friends? Well, excuse me. Must we meet to be friends? That's what he says. Geronor hesitated. Well, probably, he finally answered. Bah! What a petty notion. Friends we should be, and friends we are. Now, Paul Hammersmith. He comes to Border Town this fall. JAGATH took a seat in Geronor's small office space. May I ask why? You may ask, JAGATH replied quickly. Then, in a hushed tone, he continued with a cheeky look in his eyes. But you also may not find an immediate answer. But you're a Duke of Menorah, so certainly you know. Well, the burly Duke answered in a sly tone. I am glad you think so. But you should be aware that not even the dukes understand everything which needs to be done in this world. What I can tell you is this. Paul Hammersmith should be here. It's that simple. All I can say is that, as many who have gone before him, there is reason to believe he'll play an important role in Menoran history. As good captain, will you? Captain Geronor was rather shocked by the sudden turn of events. Not only a moment before he had been sitting, in solitude, completing his work. Now, after a nearly instant and somewhat rude interruption, he was speaking with a Duke of Menorah. He was both honored and a bit confused by the change of events. But that one thing he knew for certain. He had heard of this JAGATH before, and if JAGATH said it was so, well, suffice to say, it was so. Well, then I defer to your judgment, the captain finally answered. If you say Paul comes, he comes. And so that brings us to the end of chapter number 6. Sorry for the voices. They weren't as good as I think I've been doing. But again, all of this is available for reading at newcitadel.com. It's all completely free. Please share with your friends, rate, subscribe. It really, truly does help. If you enjoy this in any way whatsoever, I'm begging, I'm pleading with you, please share it with people so that they can know about this free Christian resource. It's here, it's growing, we're up to 6 chapters now, and it's just going to keep going from here. So please, let me know what you think, and continue to enjoy and share with your friends. Links in the description below. Use them. Until next time, I'm the guy that I am, and I'll see you next time.